Frolic goddess is unable to overcome. Whether it be knocking on the door of the tattoo shop in downtown Minneapolis, or whether it be singing a little Phantom of the Opera lying on the middle of the track at UMD, she has got some crazy mad skills that I'm sure she will show off next week.
If you ask me which Lord of the Rings character this person reminded me of, I'd first of all probably say, why don't you come up with a new idea? I think that's been done already a couple times. And then I'd probably say Legolas.
That imitation is the highest form of flattery, and if that is the case, I guess I should be really flattered by how often this student dresses up like me. In fact, he's won a few awards at Marshall for being me pregnant, and also this year for Halloween he dressed up, I think, like this guy. But I just am here to tell you, the candidate who's coming up next, that you did not make a very cute pregnant Zimney, and you definitely didn't make a cute Zimney baby. And so my suggestion for you next year when you go off to college and you're going to dress up for Halloween, go in a completely different direction.
Can't think of the boy's name now. Mike, I think it was. No, that was the father. No. Oh, it was Ike. I like Ike. Didn't he run for president? No, that was Eisenhower. Ike Siri? Don't know him. Once again, no, you've been here a long time. They kind of blur, these people, but, well, good luck, Mike. I hope you do well.
I'm a piece of your hoe. Get 50, must make more dough. We will be shaking your flow. Come against me, that's a no-no. Yo, 'cause I'm a beast.
I'm going to talk about a young lady who has a lot of talent. I had her as a sophomore, and she made this little boat for me. But on a serious note, this young lady has a lot of talent. She is a hockey player, and she can kick any of you boys' butts on the ice.
She's kind of obsessed about sports. I remember one time I asked her what she thought Macbeth's tragic flaw was, and she said, high sticking.
This young man I had as a sophomore in my algebra class. And he would always brag to me about how good of a tennis player he was. And so I brought in my tennis racket to challenge him. Here's my tennis racket. Look at how big this is. I could never miss a ball if we played, and I would so beat you.
Yeah, this fellow, oh, fine fellow, yes, his mom and dad went to school here. They were cathedral grads, yes. Oh, fine lad, their son. Fine, oh, what a fine fellow. Yeah, yes, yeah. Oh, I highly recommend him. I think he'll be a grand, if he wins, he'll be a grand king for the Frolic, yes. Yes. Matt Letourneau. What? Great young man, yes. I hope Matt does well. It's, not Matt. Who is it then? Dan Letourneau. Oh, yeah. Dan Letourneau, does he go to school here? Oh. Don't know him.
Austin from Lost, Dennis the Menace, Morgan Freeman, Woody and his girlfriend from Toy Story 3. If you ran through a list of all the freckled people throughout history, pretty much every successful person you could think of had freckles. So I think the future is going to be pretty bright for this young lady. It's like she's won the lottery.
You may or may not know, because of this person's musical ability started a long time ago, and I had the pleasure as a 9th grader of riding around in this little Pipsqueak's car listening to her Raffi tapes. So I'm hoping that in the near future the Marshall Choir will do a little Baby Beluga in the Deep Blue Sea, starring our own special magical Marshall voice Speed Demon track star.
I do this every day. Hocus pocus is my stilo.
I got the magic in me.
I got the magic, baby.
Every time I touch that track, it turns into gold.
Yes, it turns to gold.
Everybody knows I got the magic in me.
This next person is actually going to give the other couples a run for their money. Very talented individual. I think the singing competition is going to, the bar for the singing competition is going to be pretty high this year, so I'm excited to go see that. I think he's earned a place in heaven just for how patient he is with his classmates and the adults at Marshall. Oftentimes he'll be sitting in the back of the classroom just smiling but shaking his head. And I would just love to get into his brain just once into what he's thinking.
There are many students who can disrupt class with their noise, but this guy is the only guy who can disrupt class with his silence.
I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah. The mother boys don't know how to act. Yeah.
Let's see here, what do we got? Well, it says here her family came from Sweden, and her ancestors are famous for inventing shish kebabs. That's interesting.
The Lord of the Rings character that this young lady reminds me most of is Éowyn, who was the daughter of the king of Rohan. Now, when they went after the final battle, she was told to stay behind because she was just a girl and shouldn't fight in the battle. But this young, blonde, fiery gal decided, nope, I'm going to go fight anyway. So she got on her leather helmet and hopped on a horse and went off to fight in the battle. And that's what she reminds me of. She even grabbed a little hobbit and threw it on the horse with her to take him into battle too. And I'm trying to think of what that hobbit's name was again.
Ian?
Yes.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up, and they stay there.
The band loves him. The crowds love him. The concerts have more people coming to them. It's a fabulous event when he's around. But at the end of that year, he decided to quit. He was going to quit. So we're all pretty disappointed, but you know, things like that happen. So at the end of the summer, we got some people to go to his house, and they convinced him to come back. He's in band this year. Things are going okay. He's still a pretty good player, but it's just not clicking, you know? So now that he's a senior and he'll be quitting again, in a sense, things are okay. I guess we all understand. And no, wait, that's Brett Favre.
This is the kind of guy who will walk around for no reason dressed in a bumblebee outfit and chase people around. It's so inappropriate. But on the good side, if he gets selected King of Winter Frolic, I can see him doing a lot more frolicking than past champions.
This is a personal message from me to the next court member. I just want to give him a little bit of a lesson on hugging. This is a bear. This is a hug. This is a bear that you can hug. I am a teacher. You cannot hug me. No more attack bear hugging me.
Yeah, she's not from around here, so yeah, she's pretty much the only student who goes here who has an accent.
Some people say that she's not from around here, and I don't know where they get that. She's obviously from here. And some people even think she's a spy, but she's definitely not a spy.
Numbers. I can't read them though because they're in Southern. One thing that bugs me the most about him is that he's so disorganized. I mean, his backpack's just all messy. He doesn't know where anything is. He never could find papers. I can't remember where I put that paper, or can I borrow another book because I think I lost my book somewhere. It's ridiculous. Why would anybody be that disorganized?
There's some kind of attendance requirement for this competition because I'm pretty sure this next guy only comes to school on Tuesdays. So if you wanted to run the competition every Tuesday for the next 5 weeks, he'd probably win.
An anagram is you rearrange the letters of someone's name, and it usually tells a lot about that person.
Can we look at anagrams of famous people for 10?
So an actor, Old West Action, Clint Eastwood.
Let's do anagrams for 20.
A Marshall math teacher, Monkey Smell, Kelly Momsen.
Anagrams for 30.
A Winter Frolic candidate, Ye Pest When Seen. I'll leave that one up to you.
I'm in black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Hello. Doing a little class preparation there.
How long did it take? Like 2 minutes. Just off the cuff. Off the top of his head. Cut.